A powerful nor'easter is barreling toward the mid-Atlantic and southern New England, gathering strength as it churns over the cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Meteorologists have been closely monitoring this system for days, watching as it draws in moisture and energy, setting the stage for what could be one of the most significant winter storms of the season. The storm's trajectory is now clear, and communities from Washington, D.C. to Boston are bracing for impact. The nor'easter is set to unleash its fury from Saturday night through Monday, with the heaviest snowfall expected overnight and into the early hours of Sunday. As darkness falls, cities and towns along the East Coast will begin to see the first flakes, quickly intensifying into a relentless barrage of snow and wind. For many, the weekend will be spent hunkered down indoors, listening to the howling winds and watching as the landscape transforms into a winter wonderland. This storm is poised to bring significant snowfall, high winds, and hazardous conditions across a vast swath of the eastern United States. Blizzard warnings have been issued for several states, with forecasters predicting whiteout conditions that could make travel nearly impossible. Gusts of wind may exceed 50 miles per hour in some areas, whipping the snow into blinding drifts and reducing visibility to near zero. Emergency officials are urging everyone to avoid unnecessary travel and to stay off the roads until the storm passes. With heavy, wet snow predicted, the potential for power outages and travel disruptions looms large. The weight of the snow could bring down tree branches and power lines, leaving thousands without electricity and freezing temperatures. Utility crews are already on standby, preparing to respond to outages as quickly as possible, but residents are being warned that some areas may experience prolonged periods without power. Stranded vehicles and blocked roads are also a major concern, as emergency services may struggle to reach those in need. The timing of this nor'easter is critical, arriving just after a cold snap that has gripped the Northeast and set the stage for rapid snow accumulation. With ground temperatures already well below freezing, snow is expected to stick immediately, quickly piling up on roads, sidewalks, and rooftops. This combination of frigid air and heavy precipitation means that even a few hours of snowfall could result in dangerous conditions, with ice forming beneath the fresh snow and making surfaces treacherous. As the storm intensifies, it could transform into a bomb cyclone, a meteorological phenomenon marked by a rapid drop in atmospheric pressure, leading to explosive strengthening. If this occurs, the nor'easter will bring not only heavy snow, but also extreme winds and coastal flooding, especially in low-lying areas. The combination of snow, wind, and possible storm surge could create life-threatening conditions along the coast, prompting officials to issue evacuation advisories in the most vulnerable communities. Residents are urged to stay informed, stock up on essentials, and prepare for possible power outages. Grocery stores are already seeing long lines as people rush to buy food, water, batteries, and other necessities. Homeowners are advised to check their emergency kits, charge electronic devices, and ensure they have enough supplies to last several days. Local authorities are also reminding everyone to check on neighbors, especially the elderly and those with special needs, to make sure they are safe and prepared. The coming days will test the readiness and resilience of communities facing the formidable force of a nor'easter. From first responders and utility workers to families and neighbors, everyone will play a role in weathering the storm. As the snow falls and the winds howl, the true spirit of the East Coast will shine through, one of determination, cooperation, and hope. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay tuned for updates as this historic winter storm unfolds. A nor'easter is a powerful and often dramatic type of storm that forms along the east coast of the United States. The name nor'easter comes from the strong, persistent northeasterly winds that batter the coastline during these events. These storms are notorious for their intensity and the wide range of hazardous weather they can bring, affecting millions of people from the mid-Atlantic states all the way up through New England and even into eastern Canada. Nor'easters are a defining feature of winter weather in this region, and understanding how they form and why they are so impactful is crucial for anyone living near the Atlantic seaboard. These storms are driven by strong northeasterly winds that can reach gale force, or even hurricane strength in some cases. The winds whip across the land and sea, creating dangerous conditions for travel and daily life. Streets become difficult to navigate, and the relentless wind can cause power outages, downed trees, and widespread disruption. The force of the wind is one of the most recognizable and feared aspects of a nor'easter, and it's what gives the storm its distinctive name. At the heart of every nor'easter is a unique combination of cold Arctic air plunging southward and moist air streaming in from the Atlantic Ocean. When these two air masses collide, the result is a volatile mix that can produce heavy precipitation and rapidly changing weather. The cold air provides the fuel for snow and ice, while the Atlantic moisture adds energy and intensity to the storm system. This clash of air masses is what makes nor'easters so unpredictable and potentially dangerous. Nor'easters are most common from September through April, with the peak season typically occurring in the winter months. During this time, these storms can bring a wide range of hazardous weather, including blizzard-like conditions, with heavy snow, freezing rain, sleet, and even coastal flooding. In some cases, nor'easters can dump several feet of snow in just a day or two, paralyzing cities and towns, closing schools and businesses, and making travel nearly impossible. Coastal areas are especially vulnerable, as the combination of high winds and heavy precipitation can lead to dangerous storm surges and flooding. The development of a nor'easter begins when a low-pressure system forms, often in the Gulf of Mexico or off the southeastern coast of the United States. As this system moves northward along the coast, it encounters the warm waters of the Gulf Stream, which provide additional heat and moisture. This interaction causes the storm to intensify rapidly, sometimes growing into a massive weather system that stretches for hundreds of miles. The classic nor'easter pattern involves the storm tracking up the coastline, drawing in cold air from the north and moisture from the ocean, creating a powerful and often long-lasting event. The current storm is following this classic nor'easter pattern. It began as a disorganized area of low pressure over the Gulf Coast, but as it moved eastward and reached the Atlantic, it reorganized and began to strengthen. Now, as it tracks up the coast, meteorologists are watching closely to see how it will evolve. The storm's path and intensity can change quickly, making it essential to stay informed as new data becomes available. Meteorologists use a variety of advanced tools and computer models to monitor nor'easters as they develop. By analyzing satellite imagery, radar data, and atmospheric conditions, they can predict the likely path and strength of the storm. These forecasts are constantly updated as new information comes in, allowing experts to provide the public with the most accurate and timely warnings possible. The science behind nor'easter forecasting has improved dramatically in recent years, but these storms remain challenging to predict due to their complexity and the many factors that influence their development. Accurate forecasting is crucial for issuing timely warnings and helping communities prepare for the impacts of a nor'easter. Local officials rely on these forecasts to make decisions about school closures, road safety, and emergency response. Residents are encouraged to stay informed, follow official guidance, and take steps to protect themselves and their property. By understanding how nor'easters form and what to expect, communities can better weather the storm and recover more quickly once it passes. The nor'easter will impact a broad region from the mid-Atlantic to southern New England. States like West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Massachusetts are in the storm's path. Major cities, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston, are bracing for significant snowfall and disruptions. Higher terrains in West Virginia could see up to 18 inches of snow, causing travel challenges and power outages. Coastal communities, including Long Island and Cape Cod, face additional risks of flooding and beach erosion. The storm's reach will extend inland, affecting both urban and rural areas with varying severity. Snowfall predictions vary widely, influenced by elevation and proximity to the coast. Most areas from eastern Kentucky to southern New England can expect 1 to 3 inches, with some spots reaching up to 6 inches. Higher terrain in West Virginia could see 6 to 12 inches, with isolated totals up to 18 inches. Philadelphia and New York City may see 3 to 6 inches, while Boston could get 6 to 10 inches or more. The storm's exact track and rate of intensification will determine local snowfall amounts. Residents should stay updated as conditions can change rapidly. This nor'easter is set to deliver a particularly challenging type of snowfall, heavy, wet snow. Often referred to as heart attack snow, this nickname isn't just a dramatic phrase, it's a real warning. The dense, water-laden snow puts tremendous strain on anyone trying to shovel it, especially older adults or those with heart conditions. Unlike the light, powdery snow that's easy to brush aside, heavy, wet snow can feel like lifting buckets of slush with every scoop. Emergency rooms often see a spike in heart-related incidents during storms like these, simply because of the physical effort required to clear driveways and sidewalks. The reason this snow is so heavy lies in its high moisture content. When warm, moist air from the Atlantic collides with colder inland temperatures, the result is snow that's saturated with water. This makes it dense, sticky, and prone to clumping together. If you've ever tried to brush this kind of snow off your car or steps, you know it doesn't just fall away, it sticks stubbornly to every surface. In contrast, dry, powdery snow is light and airy, easily swept aside by a broom or a gust of wind. But heavy, wet snow can weigh several times more per cubic foot, making even a few inches a serious challenge to remove. This type of snow doesn't just make shoveling difficult, it also poses significant risks to infrastructure. Because it accumulates quickly and clings to everything it touches, it can weigh down tree branches, power lines, and rooftops. The added weight can cause branches to snap, power lines to sag or even break, and in extreme cases, roofs to collapse under the pressure. Utility crews often work around the clock during these storms to restore power and clear debris, but the risk of outages and structural damage remains high until the snow is removed or melts away. As temperatures rise and the heavy snow begins to melt, another hazard emerges: flooding. The sheer volume of water released from melting wet snow can quickly overwhelm city drainage systems, especially in densely populated urban areas. Streets can become rivers, and basements may flood as water backs up through overloaded drains. In coastal regions, the combination of snowmelt and high tides can lead to even more severe flooding, threatening homes and businesses near the shoreline. The aftermath of a heavy, wet snowstorm can linger long after the last flake has fallen. To reduce these risks, it's crucial for residents to take proactive steps. Clearing snow from rooftops can prevent dangerous collapses, while making sure gutters and drains are free of ice and debris helps water flow away from your home. Even small actions like shoveling snow away from basement windows or clearing storm drains on your street can make a big difference in preventing water damage and keeping your property safe. Preparing ahead of time is key. Stock up on essentials, check that your snow removal equipment is in good working order, and help neighbors who may need assistance. By working together and taking precautions before, during, and after the storm, communities can minimize both the immediate dangers and the long-term impacts of heavy wet snow. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, a little preparation now can save a lot of trouble later. The heaviest snowfall is expected Sunday night into Monday, with rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. High winds and heavy snow could create blizzard conditions, especially along the coast. Whiteouts and near-zero visibility will make travel extremely dangerous. The storm may rapidly intensify into a bomb cyclone, bringing even stronger winds and heavier snow. Residents should avoid unnecessary travel and stay indoors during the storm's peak. Heeding weather warnings and preparing emergency supplies is essential for safety. The nor'easter will create hazardous travel conditions as snow accumulates and visibility drops. Heavy, wet snow and high winds will lead to slippery roads, whiteouts, and potential closures, especially during the storm's peak. Road crews may struggle to keep up with rapid accumulation, making travel risky. Public transportation will likely face delays and cancellations. Drivers should avoid travel if possible, and be prepared for sudden changes if they must be on the road. Staying informed and planning ahead is crucial during this storm. Coastal areas face high winds, flooding and beach erosion as the nor'easter intensifies. Winds could reach 35 to 50 miles per hour with gusts over 60 miles in some spots, increasing the risk of power outages and property damage. High tides and storm surge may cause localized flooding, especially in eastern Massachusetts and the Jersey Shore. Residents should secure outdoor items and prepare for possible evacuations. Staying alert to local advisories and evacuation orders is vital for coastal communities. The combination of snow, wind, and flooding highlights the storm's multifaceted risks. This nor'easter is part of an active winter pattern, marking the 5th straight weekend of snow for some areas. Persistent cold has set the stage for frequent storms, but this one stands out for its potential to become a bomb cyclone and bring heavy, wet snow. Residents should prepare for power outages, secure outdoor items, and have emergency supplies ready. Staying informed through reliable weather sources and being flexible as conditions change is key. The unpredictable nature of nor'easters means forecasts can shift rapidly. By staying prepared, communities can better navigate the challenges of this powerful storm.